You are the master of your reality, if you can understand that. You live in a fantasy, if you can understand that.
The Matrix.
So then you ask yourself, with all this crime that has been going on, and all of this, and go back to your question about these societies and so on, none of them is above nature. None of them. So as long as you know nature, God, the universe, or should I say this? God, universe, nature. That's your gun. G-U-N. God, universe, nature. Remember that gun. I'm putting a weapon in your hand. That's the gun you fight back with.
Wow.
When you have that gun in your hand, nothing they say, do, are, be, nothing. Now, how do I know this? Hip-hop. 1970s, all these organizations was against us. Every last one of secret societies we knew about.
Right.
Government agencies.
FBI, CIA.
Imagine the
KKK.
Like, yo, go back on this. The entire strength of this colonial system was against our parents.
All right.
The entire, not just one agency.
The entire
government was against our parents that had nothing except one gun. God, the universe, and nature. They defeated that government. The government you have now exists because our parents destroyed the last one. You look at civilizations throughout the years. Let's look at African civilization. African civilization never really had leadership. We had principles and laws. This is where Europeans get the idea that a nation should be governed by laws and not by people. Now, if we go back to Africa on it, we would see that we don't need a leader. We need principles. In our community, it's the principles that are the leadership.
Right.
Laws themselves are the leadership. We know that we can be corrupt. We can fall. We can be weak.
Humans are flawed.
Humans are flawed.
The code is solid.
We already know that.
Right.
Okay. And there's another argument with that idea of humans being flawed. It's not that we're flawed, we're just animals.
Facts.
Put it that way. Come over here. No, we can do some crazy things. So if you want to run a nation, first let's put the law up front.
Okay.
What's the law?
Right.
The law will lead. The law will dictate who is going to be the leader.
Right.
The law will dictate what the community going to be doing.
Right.
But where's the law? Now.
The spiritual awakening journey can be a lot to digest. In this video, I'm going to cover 5 things that I stopped in order to keep my mind free and clear of negative thoughts and negative thinking. Number 1 is stop watching the news. Stop watching the news as soon as possible. Anything you see on the news is all lies. It's all a distraction to keep you in a negative loop of thought so you can never truly get out and find yourself. You can focus on anything else or do anything else that keeps your mind in its happy place. The news is going to keep you in a dark, sad, dreary mindset, and that is not good for a soul going through its spiritual awakening. Number 2 on the list is stop drinking alcohol. It is not easy, and I know this from personal experience, but it's something that you need to do and a step that you need to take going through your spiritual awakening. Once you actually get over the hurdle and realize how bad it is for you, and you actually start diving into your spiritual journey, it's really not that hard. It really comes down to a mindset. Once you have control of your mind, all else is history. They give it the name spirits for a reason. You're literally feeding your body liquid demons or spirits from dark energy and from a very dark place. And some people won't agree with me on this, but I'm not here for those people. I'm here for the people that want to improve their overall mental and physical health and start their journey to purifying their soul. Number 3 on the list is stop listening to music that makes you sad and unhappy. The words and the frequencies being programmed into your subconscious are nothing but negative and sad emotions. So you can imagine where that can take you over time after constantly programming your subconscious mind with those emotions. To avoid getting caught up in a loop of negative and sad thinking, I would recommend doing your best to listen to it a lot less or not listen to that type of music at all. Number 4 up on the list is stop watching pointless movies and shows that keep you in a dark and negative thinking loop. If your third eye chakra is opening or opened and activated, it can actually be quite disturbing to see the truth that they've been dangling in front of our faces for so many years. Set an intention and you have a purpose behind it to maybe uncover a bit more of the truth for yourself. Just be aware that you can get yourself into a negative spiral of darkness very quickly. Last up on the list, number 5, but a very important point on my list of 5 things. Stop hanging around negative people. You know the type of people I'm talking about. Avoid these type of people at all costs. They do nothing but suck the positive energy from your soul, and that's literally their purpose. They are a dark cloud, and they carry it everywhere they go, and they truly can't and may never see the light. This is when your soul can truly thrive in its own positive space, and your thoughts become clear and more positive and goal-orientated to uncover the real life that you actually want to live.
This is a specific type of photography that captures light energy. I can't reference the type of photography, but you can find it in the comment section below. I really want to explain more about the light body because people can't wrap their head around that you're not supposed to eat meat. You are only to eat food that of which comes from seeds. The only way a seed can grow, it literally has to absorb the sun. The body cannot live without the soul, and the light body transports the soul. Now let me just be unequivocally clear here. The body is electrical. The body needs around 6,500 angstroms of energy to thrive on a daily basis. Now you can get that from fruit, vegetables, going out in the sun, grounding. Vegetables yield around 9,000 angstroms of energy, while fruit does around 12,000 angstroms of energy. Now the system has you brainwashed to think that you need vitamins, a low-calorie diet that's filled with high protein. The body does not need vitamins. The body needs minerals. And what people don't seem to realize is the synthetic vitamins that are on the shelves literally bind to light metals in the body, stripping you of them. Not to mention, water is so smart of an organism, it will seek minerals in the body and bind to them if you are not drinking water that has minerals. If you're not drinking natural spring water, the water will bind to minerals and strip you of them as well. Every single ailment can also be traced back to a mineral deficiency. Living 150 years to me is short, but for other people it seems impossible to think they could even live to the age of 100 because you've been brainwashed. You've been given concepts on nutrition, concepts on living. The system has given you a fictitious scale to dwarf your potential as well as externalize all of your power. When you're sitting here and telling me that I need protein to gain muscle, this is a simple transformation done in 5 months. With absolutely zero protein supplementation, fasting, eating raw fruit, and taking minerals. The only reason why you thrive on a meat carnivore diet is not because the meat is healthy for you, but it's because you're cutting out the sugars, the gluten, and the other starches that are the glue that holds the toxemia in your body. But also meat is loaded with minerals and B12. However, there's a very nasty trade-off when eating meat. It creates a very acidic environment and shuts down enzymes that break down bacteria in the body. Causes inflammation on the mucous membrane, and it allows bacteria to thrive. Then we have nutrition specialists saying that the alkaline diet is bullshit because your stomach acid level, but that's not how this works. There's a reason why people get acid reflux because the body's too acidic in the consumption of meat. When you eat and drink things that are naturally alkaline, the enzymes that break down bacteria in the body will thrive, eradicating any illness or ailment known to man. Dr. Sebi proved this, and for the exact reason why I haven't been sick in years. Look, you can believe what you want, eat whatever you want. I just want to give you an alternative just in case shit hits the fan. And if you want more descriptive information on fasting or eating alkaline, I go over this information for free in my web course.